Yeah, they come in talking sports and yes, they talking anime. Entertainment out here too, you know them boys, they do not play. Tweaking out if they ain't on your playlist every day.
Yeah. Right.
Tap and listen to
Hey, okay, now it's time to conversate. Same convo on your airways. Yeah, they came to entertaining. Yes, they talking anime. And they coming with the sports. They changing lives in major ways. You is tweaking out if Tsc in your playlist. Hey, if you come and listen, then you listen to the best. They not worried about the others, cause they better than the rest. Kenny, Carlil, Bomb, but they put the others to the test. New episode flow, now tap in to see what is next. Yeah.
Welcome back. This is the same convo with your same host, Kenny, Carlil, and Bomba. And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Episode 1, Season 2 of the same convo.
Season 2 Slores.
And I just gotta say, guys, happy start. We started a new year with you guys. Still here with the same show, same convo. Still, putting out quality content. Now this is our second year doing this. How do y'all feel?
He says, yeah, I guess it is a year 2. No. Well,
year 3?
Yeah, I was about to. In a couple of months, it'll be year 3.
This is year 2 of YouTube.
Oh, okay.
YouTube and podcast and everything else. You're right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Feeling good. Feel like we got some upward movement. You feel me? Is what it is. Still having fun with it. Still trying not to let it stress us out, but feeling good. I think we putting out some quality content.
Yeah, man, we giving it our best, and we figuring it out slowly but surely. That's part of it.
So, this is the sports segment. Let's get right into it. Today, we'll be focusing solely on the NBA. All right. Let's talk MVP race.
Ooh.
I think earlier, we might have talked about this before, right when the season started. I believe Carlil said, what did you say? I think you said Luka or something.
Yeah, Luka. I said I believe. It's funny because I just watched it. I said I believe that it's going to be Jokic, but I want it to be Luka.
And I think I said Giannis. And I think Bomba said either Giannis or Embiid.
I'm pretty sure I said Luka or Giannis. Carlo, you just watched it. Let's know.
One of y'all said Embiid. I'm thinking it was Mamba.
Embiid?
I'm thinking it was Mamba. It was one of y'all. I remember hearing Embiid, but I can't remember because it sounded like, I feel like Mamba said it, but it sounded like something Kenny would say.
I don't think I said Embiid though. Why would I say Embiid?
Yeah, that's why I feel like it was Kenny.
Why would I say Embiid?
Because you'd be bullshitting.
Oh my God. Oh, anyway, let's now that we're almost to the midway, we're almost to All-Star Weekend. One more month to All-Star Weekend.
Right.
We've seen a lot of basketball. Mm-hmm. To me, the league has flipped on its head, which is crazy. Did y'all know the Kings were top 5 in the West?
Yes, sir.
The Kings?
Yes, sir.
They've had a crazy push.
Because they got, what's the name? Who been hooping? Marketing?
Yeah.
And Larry Marketing.
Did he just hit a game winner, too? He had a game winner yesterday.
Well, I thought Marketing was on the Jazz.
Nah,
that was Sabonis. That's Sabonis.
Sabonis is on the Kings. Marketing is on the Jazz.
Oh, yeah, he's right. That's the opposite way. Jazz won.
I got my Europeans mixed up.
Yeah, Darren Fox scored, and then they went the other way, and then Marketing hit the shot.
So let's talk MVPs. You got Luka Doncic. You got Jokic. You got Giannis. I think there's somebody who hasn't been mentioned. That boy Donovan Mitchell. That boy Donovan Mitchell, 71 points.
71 is crazy.
71.
He almost had a double-double, didn't he? He was like 1 assist away or something like that from a double-double.
He almost had a triple-double.
A 70-point triple-double, bro. Like, yeah, no, that's – I ain't going to lie to you. That got to be out of the 2010s – or shit, we in 2020s now. But I say – because who else scored 70 a few years back? Devin Booker?
Yeah.
But they lost still.
They lost. I ain't
lost.
gonna lie. That Donovan Mitchell's 71-point game probably got to be not the most, but one of the most impressive games in the last 8 to 9 years.
All right, so let's so number 1 in the voting right now is Jokic. Number 2 is Jason Tatum. Number 3 is Luka Doncic. 4 is KD. 5 is Giannis.
And can I put my own on the list because I feel like somebody's missing.
I feel like KD doesn't need to be on there.
I feel like he does. I feel like
yeah, I was about to say
he's the leading factor of the Brooklyn Nets on that 12-game win streak. He deserves to be on there.
Balling too.
Well, let me explain why I don't think he deserves to be there. The Brooklyn Nets team with him and Kyrie are supposed to be doing that well. However, teams like the Cleveland Cavaliers, who were just butt until Donovan Mitchell got there, who are now top 5 in their conference, I think that shows a little bit more.
But it's like, I understand you saying they're supposed to be there just because of, all-star status, things of that nature, but they've been together, 4, almost 5 years now, and they obviously have proved that they had shit to work on before they could reach a point to elite status. And even in the years that they got to the playoffs, they folded greatly. And so, but they also, those years that they got to the playoffs, they were also a lower seed than if the NBA were to stop today than what they would be right now. So I think just from all the off-season drama, also because they were one of the teams that it was the Lakers, Warriors, and the Nets that did not have good seasons starting out. So turning the season around, being on this 12-game win streak, you lost your head coach, and now you have another head coach who's been doing an amazing job. I just think with all the circumstances, like I said, I understand what Kenny's saying, that they're supposed to be there, but they obviously showed us that they're not. So the fact that what they're doing now and the motion they've been on, I feel like he deserves the top 4 spot.
I gotta disagree with you because the previous seasons they had James Harden who didn't want to be there and Kyrie wasn't playing.
Facts.
This is the first time they've had Kyrie and KD pretty much the whole season together.
Facts.
So their bad record in previous years was due to them not having both of all their superstars on the same court.
I don't even think of that because if you look at some of the games in their previous years, they were still getting ass whooped, even when they were together. Like, if you look up the averages, and one of us need to look them up when we have more time. If you look up the averages, I'm pretty sure they didn't have whenever there was the average that KD was winning more games without Kyrie on the court. And vice versa. You feel me? Like, it took them a while to figure out what their dynamic is. And then also, they had a little bit of in-season drama earlier this season based on what KD said. And now, like, they had a interview with Kyrie Irving a couple of days ago. He was talking about how they doing team outings and this and that. They've been really meshing together as a team, the vibe in the locker room. Like, that man Kyrie looked happy in an interview talking to the media. When the last time you seen that? Never. Come on, bro.
But it's not just even like just the issues, for example. The Nets do not have a good team. Besides KD, Kyrie, and maybe Steph Curry, even Ben Simmons is like coming back a little bit, having good performance here and there. But when KD sat on the podium and said that, hey, it's just me And what was the guy's name? The big that he had. He's literally saying, "I'm playing with scrubs." Nobody had an issue with it. We had an issue. Just wasn't right for him to call them out like that. But nobody was saying like, "Oh, he's wrong," or anything like that because he didn't have any help. Then he gets Kyrie back, and then Seth Curry comes back from injury. Ben Simmons starts to snap back. They make something happen. They responded to the coach. At first, they had coach issues and all of that, but the team is not good. They almost at the same place as the Lakers, where they have two superstars that are very productive, but then the rest of it is just like not there.
And imagine
the Lakers don't have a Seth Curry though, or Ben Simmons.
Well, but technically, the Lakers you have like. Do you feel like Lonnie Walker? I would say has a bit of production than Seth Curry so far.
I would say Seth Curry is better at his role than Lonnie Walker.
Seth Curry is better at his role, but Seth Curry can be in a game and not score at all. Whereas Lonnie Walker consistently has been a solid scorer on this team, especially when LeBron was out or AD was out. He's been a solid scorer and he's been a solid option. Both him and what's his name, the young boy, probably
the white boy.
Yeah, the new Alex Caruso.
Oh, what's his name?
Not Alex Caruso because you don't play deep, huh?
Reeves. He don't play defense.
He's not playing defense like Alex.
The reads that Austin Reeves does on defense are key.
That's what I'm saying. He locked up somebody the other day. Austin Reeves
taking pockets and getting blocks.
Reeves, that's one of those. I ain't gonna lie to you. Austin Reeves is a pure hooper. Austin Reeves is a hooper, bro. He be. What's his name? They was even talking about how Austin Reeves looks like LeBron's second co-star whenever AD is out, just because of what that man be doing. Yeah. But speaking of Austin Reeves, and this is what when Kenny was listing off that top five, this is what I was trying to say. The only reason that this man LeBron is not in the MVP race is because the Lakers is 16-21. That's literally it. If it were up to me, I would go based off consistency. It would be what's the name? Jokic and LeBron right there. Right.
What about Giannis?
Based off consistency, it would be Jokic.
If I can add something though, Carla, I feel like what's hurting LeBron's rating right now are the shots.
I don't even think it's that because he got a better shooting percentage than some people. Like these past few games, he's been over 50.
I mean, been
like we passed like he's had like 10 straight games where he's averaged like 29 plus and been over 50%. Like
because like while AD was here, his numbers were not like that. Like shooting wise, like everything else was okay. Driving to the basket, sure, but like outside, he was just jacking them things up. But it was not hitting them.
Nah, I feel you. I feel like as far as how he's been playing so far, he definitely deserves a number 2 or number 3 spot.
Ask the Carla, who's your number 5? Who's your top 5 for MVP?
Jokic, Bron, Luka, Giannis, and KD.
I'm surprised you ain't say Ja. What about you, Bumble?
I mean,
the Grizzlies are 23-13.
I would say Shai Gilgeous before I say Ja.
Thanks.
But so I'm gonna go Jokic, Luka, Giannis, KD, Bron.
Shai Gilgeous is a sleeper though. Shai Gilgeous is a sleeper
right now, bro, and he has stats on stats. Like I'm talking about rebounds, assists, not just points.
So y'all think Jason Tatum who needs to come off that list?
For sure.
Oh, yeah. I don't see.
His team is number 1 in the East.
Facts.
His team has the best record in the whole league.
He has a good ass team though.
Facts. It's a great.
And it's the same argument earlier when you said Donovan Mitchell. Like the argument for Donovan Mitchell, he's nowhere near the production of Luka, Jokic, and them. Granted, he's been like amazing. I'll give him that. But the team that you have sometimes too, that's what I'm saying. A lot. Luka is out here being a dog.
Can we talk about the Celtics? You guys said it's a great team. Can we name 4 great players on that team?
4 great players: Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Al Horford is good.
Great. I said great.
But you don't have to be great. You have to be good in this season.
Al Horford's not a
Here's the
top
thing.
10 center.
Here's the thing. You have two great players, right? In Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. What is the rest of the team? Good.
Right. You can't.
Okay, Al Horford might not even be. Al Horford might not even be top 15 centers.
They're a good put together team, but you can't even name 4 great players on another team, dog. Like you can't name 4 great players on another team. There's not 4 great players. Like what's your definition of great? Because if we talking about great, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. If we talking about the Celtics, the Lakers.
What's their rookie? What's their rookie too?
AD.
He's talented.
You said the rookie?
Light-skinned rookie from Celtics. That boy's balling out.
What I'm saying is Al Horford's not even a top 15 center.
He barely plays center. He plays power forward.
He's not a top 15 power forward or center.
What's your point? That doesn't take away from them being
my point is Bamba said that he was good. Al Horford is not good.
He's good. He is good.
He is
that
good.
guy saved your whole playoff. He is not good.
He's not good.
What? Okay, give me. Why is he not good? Like, what is he that he's?
I can name 15 to 20 other players at his position.
Just because there are better players does not mean that he's not good.
You said do it right now, Carl. I promise you I can.
15 players without looking at your phone.
Power forward or centers? Which one?
Power forward because he plays power forward.
Okay. AD, Giannis, Kristaps, Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby. You're
sick in the head.
What?
You were sick. I would definitely rather have Al Horford than OG.
Kyle Kuzma.
You're stupid.
Julius Randle.
Julius Randle been playing butt lately.
No, he hasn't. Julius
Randle.
That's
fine. Keep going. That's fine. Keep going.
We're talking power forward still, right?
Yeah.
Tobias Harris.
Okay.
Give me a chance. Give me a chance.
Give me a chance. Give me a chance.
I'm trying to go through all the teams in my head. Give me a second. Only power forwards. What am I at right now? 9? I only need a few more.
6. You need 6.
Oh.
You Google it too.
No, I'm not. The power forward on the Grizzlies. Power forward on the Grizzlies.
I know his name.
It doesn't matter. He's better. It doesn't matter if I know his name. He's better. You know what
I'm
talking
about?
Jaren
Jackson Jr.
Yes, Jaren Jackson Jr.
What was the last time he played?
But he's still better.
Yeah,
Zion, better. Who else? Jeremy Grant, better. I'm tempted to say Draymond. Draymond Green, better defensive player, better facilitator.
Right now, in terms of production, right now?
Better defensive player, better leader, better ball facilitator.
We're not talking about leader. We're talking about the
Karl Anthony Towns is a power forward this season. Karl Anthony Towns is better than him.
Karl Anthony Towns is a center.
He's a power forward this season.
Center.
He's a power forward this season.
Center.
He is a power forward
center.
This season.
Keep going.
Well, that's 11, right? That's 11.
Need 4 more. Let's go.
Okay, 4 more.
To me, that's 10 because that OG Anunoby is questionable.
I'm just letting him give his list.
That OG Anunoby is questionable.
Brandon Ingram plays power forward. LeBron plays power forward. So I need 2 more now.
Hey, keep going.
Who's the power forward for the next? Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon's not better. KD. What am I doing? KD and Jason Tatum. That's 2 more.
OG Anunoby's not even a power forward.
All right, bet. Take him off. I just need 1 more now. Okay. Let's go. Who was the power forward? I only need 1 more. Power forward for the. Who's on the Pacers? Sabonis is a power forward, ain't he? Give me Sabonis. 15.
Couple questionables in one, but go ahead.
You said 1 questionable, but I got rid of them.
There's a couple of them.
Which one? Name one. Name one.
There's a couple of them.
I know. Like I said, he's not top 15.
I don't think either of us said he was top 15.
Kyle Kuzma is a good power forward this season.
So
He's better than Al Horford.
you got your 15, right?
15, yes.
Okay. Now, can I ask this, right? This is the Celtics. You got Jason Tatum. You got Jaylen Brown. Al Horford, Marcus Smart, Derek White, Grant Williams. That's who I was talking about.
Grant Williams? Come on, bro.
Yes, Grant Williams. And Robert Williams.
Grant Williams is a hooper.
And Robert Williams is a hooper, too.
I'm pulling up Grant Williams stats up right now. January 3rd against OKC in 16 minutes, 0 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. January 1st against Denver, 28 minutes, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. December against the Clippers, 23 minutes, 3 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists.
Did that 10 rebounds?
Oh, yeah, he got rebounds. December 27th against Houston, trash team. 25 minutes, 8 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Shut up.
You hear
Get
that 8
Grant Williams
points?
out of here.
You hear that 8 points?
8.
Okay, let me
8 points in 25 minutes, 1 rebound.
The people, hold on, mama. I'll let you go. Hold on. The people who watch us on
I'm just talking to my girlfriend. Let me close my door.
the people who watch this on TikTok and YouTube, just know that to be a good player, Kenny thinks you must average 20 plus points.
I didn't say
6
that.
plus rebounds.
I never
7
said
plus
that.
assists,
Never said that. Never said
7
that.
plus assists.
Never said that.
This is like,
Never
then,
said that.
what are you looking for then?
Because
If you're gonna be good, can I at least get 15 about you? Can I at least get 15?
Every single night?
Can I average 15?
Every single night.
Can I just average 15? Can I get a
Why
15?
can't you be a good player and play your role?
He's not playing his role. He's a power
What
forward.
do you
Getting
mean
1 rebound,
what do
2
you mean he's not playing
rebounds.
his role? He comes off the bench, he gets bench production.
He's
For a
getting
winning
an
team
average.
that has 2 great scores,
of
that has
4
a great
rebounds.
starting 5.
He's getting an average of 4 rebounds.
Kenny.
There's more to the game than points, rebounds, assists. People have to do the dirty work, Kenny. People have to
Dirty
make
work
right
is
plays,
defensive
Kenny.
rebounding. Rebounding is dirty work.
Kenny.
What's up?
Well, we're just gonna have, because I know that we're never gonna agree on the good player
Bamba
thing.
can go out there and get 10 rebounds.
Listen,
Lord have mercy.
this is what I'm saying. We're gonna have to disagree on the good player, because you're not gonna. No, that's your. He's a good player because there's a reason why people are. He's gonna be on the. You know what? Well, he's amongst the one that people are looking forward to this offseason already.
Bro, you can't be a big man averaging 4.7
Grant Williams
rebounds.
is not a.
I'm pretty sure he's
That's big.
undersized for his position too.
All right, now let's look at that then. Let's see how big he is.
But the original
Let's
point.
see how tall he is.
The original point, which I don't want us to direct from, was Jason Tatum, his team, Celtics. We made this point as times and time again. They are the best team right now. I'm not even talking about one of the best teams. They are the best team in the NBA right now.
Facts.
Like in terms of build, they are the best team. There's a reason why they're number one. It's not solely for Jason Tatum, not solely for Jaylen Brown. They got.
If you'd have said Malcolm Brogdon, I would have gave it to you. Malcolm Brogdon is a hooper.
Has he been playing? I haven't seen his name in the stats.
Is he hurt right now?
So that's what we going off. Like we're not just.
What I'm saying is,
They got Malcolm Brogdon, and you're adding to the point. They got Malcolm Brogdon, and Nelson.
Derek White is a non-factor. The only people is really Jaylen
Non-factor?
Brown, Marcus Smart on defense.
He's a non-factor.
Bro, this man,
You been watching the games?
he basically
Watching the
said,
games?
he basically said throw the whole bench away because the starting 5 is doing all the work.
It's normal that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they get like 30, 25, those number stats because they go for those guys all the time. But then the other guys, they got to scramble, play defense, do all the other things.
This season,
Kenny said the Celtics will be the same if they all 5 people average 48 minutes.
My point is Derek White this season is averaging 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists.
Okay.
How many minutes
Do
is
you want him to average 20?
How many minutes is average?
You want his average minutes? Average minutes?
Yeah, give me
26.2 minutes.
And you know why? You think an NBA coach is sitting down and letting a bad player play for 26.2 minutes?
Yeah.
That makes sense to you?
Oh no. My statement is he's not good. He's not great. And
he's good. Listen, Kenny, you cannot have everybody on your team giving you 20, 10, and all that.
You don't. I said 15.
No, listen.
I said 15.
Everybody on your team not gonna give you 15. Maybe one bench person
saying.
gives you 15 points a game.
This is what I'm saying. Because when you're watching the Warriors, for example, right? You're watching the Warriors. If it's not Steph, if it's not Clay, if it's not Jordan Poole, you're not gonna see a 20 or a 15 like that. You be seeing 10s, 12.
Manu did it.
Kaminga, who?
Manu Ginobili, he did it. Lou Williams does it.
You're talking Manu Ginobili is as an Hall of Famer.
J.R.
Man of the year. When Manu Ginobili was on the Spurs, he was the third option. He was the sixth man.
Manu Ginobili was the sixth man.
He was the sixth man, but he was the third option in scoring. Do you remember Manu Ginobili had the scoring?
James Harden was coming off the bench.
Listen. You had Boris Joe. You had Tim Duncan. Tony Parker was your point guard, but he was not your scoring option. Manu Ginobili was your scoring option. What I'm saying is, if Jason Tatum is scoring, is taking because these players that you're talking about, how many shots are they taking? They're taking hella shots. They cannot be in the game taking 25 shots, and then you expect somebody coming off the bench to do the same. They don't even have the time to do that. When those 5 players come off the bench, they got to share the ball between them. Move the ball, because you are not a star. But Jason Tatum getting the court, the mindset is pass him the ball. Now, when you get on the court, you got to do your job, and they're just doing that. The reason why they're number one right now is because of the team structure, and we know it. We've said it times and times again. There's a reason why they're winning, and it's the same point for Cavaliers too.
Can I read these stats real quick, just real quick, and then Kenny can go on to his next question if he has one. So there's 2 bench players in the NBA right now that are averaging 17 or more, and that's Christian Wood and Benedict Mathurin from the Pacers. If y'all don't know who that is, that's the rookie that said LeBron gonna have to show me he's better than me. So that's 2 that's averaging 17. Behind them is Norman Powell, who's averaging 15.3. Behind Norman Powell, averaging no more than 14.26 points, you got Russell Westbrook, Malik Monk, Malik Beasley, Colin Sexton, and Bobby Portis. After that,
after you get once you below that tier, you're not good.
So look,
that tier, you're not good.
So 1, 2, and look. So I'm gonna finish. So after Bobby Portis, you got Bones Highland and Malcolm Brogdon at least averaging 13 points. So in a total of double-digit bench points above 12 that are being averaged this season is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So out of all the great players in the NBA, Kenny is saying there's only 10 good players, and the rest are garbage.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah.
And it's funny too, Kenny, because you made the point last season when we were talking about which one was it again? Was it Will Chamberlain? I can't remember. We're talking about all basketball, and you were talking about how today the game is progress and everybody's so good at it. That's why stats are gonna go down because the games is harder. Everybody's better at it. We going back and forth. It's gonna be hard. That's your point. That's not my point.
And what's your point?
My point is, if the game is harder, of course the stats are not going to be the same. You cannot expect 12 players to score. That never ever happened in basketball. Why am I even arguing you about?
Wait, my question to you is: are you going to compare? My question is: are you comparing 1970s, 1960s basketball to maybe 2005, 2008?
Kenny,
no. Please. Time out. Are you listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Yes, I am.
What I'm saying is, yes, the game, I'm not comparing it, but I'm saying that the game today is better. Would you accept that?
No, yeah.
I'm just telling you a point from last week. The point that you made last week was that today, because the game has evolved so much, we have a lot of great players. And the point that Carly was making at the point is that how great. Oh, it was Bill Russell. He was talking about Bill Russell's stats and his points, right? And you said that the reason why that is, look at the people that he was playing against, right? That was your point. Now you said that today these players are better, which I agree with you. These players are better, but their talent is not going to reflect on the stats because so many players are good and it's tougher. The game is tougher. There's more defense. There is more, everybody can just do it. So it's
There's more defense. There's a lot of people that would disagree with you.
You said what?
There's more defense. There are a lot of people that would disagree with that.
That was not my point. That was your point, Kenny. I'm just giving
you said there's more defense.
That was your point. I'm just giving you your point from last video.
We could go back, but I never said the defense is more intense now. I never said that.
It's a back and forth affair. Players are on the same level, and it's natural that players are not going to average. Not a single player is not going to average 50 points over other players when they all have near the same level of talents. Back in the days, Bill Russell could have done that. That was different. And that's why I like stat padding. A whole coaching staff, a whole organization is not going to pay you millions for you to just get on the court for 26 minutes and then not do shit. They're watching you every single time.
The point I'm making right now today is if you can't even give me at least 12 points, skip the 15.
You said
I said skip the 15. Skip the 15. If you
so
can't
there's more than 10 good players in the NBA.
You can't give me at least 12 points. If you have a team that has superstars that are going to take most of the shots and you come off the bench and we need your production, if you can't give me at least 12, what are you doing?
Okay, time out. So when Steph Curry goes through, he's like, I think like 2 seasons ago, he went through a stretch of like 10 games, like literally fumbling, not making no shots, like literally like single digits. At that point, do you discredit him?
That's different. I'm looking at averages here. Steph Curry is going to average more than just single digits.
All right, go ahead.
These are their averages of bomb, but they're averaging of all the games in the season. They average less than 12 points.
Well, I understand that. That's their average. But my point is for you to think that an NBA player can be on an NBA team, make millions and millions of dollars.
I'm not saying they're trash at basketball. In the NBA standards, as NBA standards go, I know full and well if any of them players in the NBA come to the Johnson Center and try to play me, I'm not going to get the ball.
Derek White and Grant Williams are busting your ass.
I know this. I'm not saying this. I'm saying as far as NBA standards go, they are not good.
That's just not true, bro.
You're saying everybody in the NBA is good, is what y'all saying. Everybody in the NBA is good.
Everybody in the
NBA is good. If you get more than 15 minutes of playing time, you decent as fuck.
Carly, I have a question for you.
If you get 18 to 26, 18 to 28, you're good.
Carly, can I have a question for you? Snell used to be a starter?
You said what?
Tony Snell used to be a starter and didn't do anything. And didn't do a thing with it.
Didn't do a thing as a starter.
Nothing.
Nothing at all. Tony Snell was just a bum his entire career.
Yes.
Carlo. Yes. How many players can you count on NBA teams that like might just get like a minute of play at the end of the team? Like at the end of the game, and then you don't know them, you don't know their names. You can count at least 2 players like that on every team, right?
Facts.
If you're just keeping it up, but those are players that you might look at and be like they're trash.
Because those are bench warmers.
It's called garbage.
There's levels. There's levels. There's great. There's good. There's there's not good, there's trash, and then there's bench warmer.
But there's one thing that your argument has been based off this whole time, and it's just the statistical scoring aspect of it.
No, I looked at Grant Williams' his rebounding, his assists.
But I'm saying, you're the major point of your argument has been statistical scoring because one, you change from 15 to 12, which is a huge significance if we're talking about NBA averages. That's a huge difference.
I also talked about how Grant Williams is a power forward. I
didn't say you didn't. I said your main argument was statistical scoring, was it not?
Because you said Kenny wants to get
everybody. That's not my question.
I was responding
to your main argument?
I'm answering your question with what I was responding to. You said Kenny wants all NBA players to score 20-something points. That's when I said no. To be good, you should at least give me 15.
Statistically, before even that, the argument has been about statistical scoring.
It has
So
not.
all I'm saying is it has been.
It has not.
Mamba,
It started when Bamba said Grant Williams,
Mamba,
and then I looked up Grant Williams' stats.
Before we
averaged like 2
even did that,
and 4 rebounds.
Okay.
He gave us a stat, and we went off that to start
Thank you,
arguing.
Bamba. Thank you, Bamba.
Okay.
No, you gave us a stat. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Thank
what
you,
I'm
Bamba.
saying. You statistical. Okay.
Yeah.
But again, we can't just go based off that. We got to go off the eye test. We got to go off what they're doing in the game. We got to go off the plays that they're making. Are they setting screens? Are they playing defense? Are they setting up you up for good shots?
You giving them a good screen?
Kenny, I'm not even gonna lie to you. You played organized sports, so I'm just disappointed in your argument here.
Carlil, you said screen.
Kenny, would you say you would?
A good screen?
Would you say?
Just talking about
Would you?
screens.
Hold on.
All of basketball
That's what
and
I'm
being
saying.
able to facilitate the game for the stars. For
Kenny,
Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, these other people to facilitate the game for them.
Kenny, you were a starting corner.
Okay. So when
hold on. You were a starting corner in football. Were you not?
No.
You wasn't a starting corner?
No.
Did you play corner?
I started my freshman and sophomore year at like the nickels. It was like a corner / linebacker. Senior year. Huh?
Would you, for high school football in the league that y'all were in, would you call yourself good or decent?
Decent. Okay.
Next question, bro. Next question. Because that's not the Kenny I know, bro.
I'm honest. Kenny.
That's not the Kenny I know. Kenny used to talk his shit.
If I was great, I would have had a scholarship. If I was good, I would have been playing somewhere else.
No, you wouldn't have, because if you was good in Morgan Park's league, bro, you wasn't going to take no.
Morgan Park wasn't a football school when I was there. We were a basketball school.
And that's the point I'm making. If you were good in Morgan Park's league, if you were trying to go to the next level, you're not taking no half D2 scholarship, no D3 scholarship.
Yes, because the people that were good on our teams, the people that were good on our teams ended up going to schools like that. Because we didn't have the hype around us. We didn't have the publicity. We didn't have scouts at our games like that. The people that were actually good on our team, they played at the next level and they went like D2 or whatever.
Next question, because the old Kenny would have been talking his shit.
So a college scout can scout a good player, but an NBA.
This ain't what my segment's about. My segment is supposed to be about MVP race. Who y'all got in your 5?
I mean, we gave you hours. You started the argument. We gave you hours.
I didn't. Y'all just said the Celtics was good. You listed Grant Williams, and I was just crazy.
What happened was he said the Celtics was good, and Kenny was like, name 4 great players on the Celtics. You said
Bamba said Grant Williams.
And he's a good player. That's what I said. I said they have a good team. He's a good player.
Right. He said good. You tried to say great. You said name 4 great players.
I told you 2 great players. Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, and the rest of the team is good. You can't argue that.
I can.
You can't because they're number 1.
That's just saying that you're watching basketball right now.
Grant Williams is not part of what makes them good or great team.
We need to move on.
That man averages 20 minutes a game. It's over 20 minutes a game. What are you talking about?
Let him move on.
You're right.
I just told you what Grant Williams is doing on the floor. I just don't understand.
You can't not to be a part of something if you're on the court that much, bro. You're also a hot commodity when you're coming out of free agency based on the work that you've done, not only this year, but last year. Come on, bro. Come on. You bugging.
Are you gonna give us your top 5 so we can move on?
I got a pee. Give me your top 5.
What did you say?
I got a pee.
I will wait for you then.
That's okay. I can hear you. I got the door open.
Carly, we have to provide visuals.
What's right? Is that it? Hold on.
Bamba, you really think Grant Williams is a good player, bro?
He is a good player, bro.
So what is your criteria for good player?
A good player, like if I'm watching you, for example, like okay, let's I'm gonna give you the perfect example of how I define a good player. It's like watching Austin Reeves, right? As a rookie. I'm not even talking about right now, as a fresh rookie, where he's giving you 8 points and stuff like that. But I see him like do a key decision, or I can read him. he doesn't do no turnovers. He's very careful with the ball, and you want to see him always have more because he's a safe option all the time. Like, he's not a Westbrook. Like, that's the argument, for example, I always had with him. I'm like, you give Austin Reeves the ball as a point guard, I feel like that solves 75% of the Lakers player problems. You feel me?
Don't you
He's
expect your
careful with
good
the
players
ball.
to?
Listen, he's careful with the ball. He's great at decision making. He's reads the way he sees the floor is insane. And looking at Grant Williams is the same thing I'm thinking. Because you've seen this boy in action, in playoff. Come playoff time, he was ready and he was going. Against the Warriors, everybody was talking shit, everybody was fighting, but he was one of their main dogs then. There is a reason why everybody's expecting him on the market this season, like this summer.
Go ahead with your top 5, Fuzz.
I just want to say, Austin Reeves is good. There was only one game that he played and didn't score. One game that he actually played and didn't score. Other than the game, he got 12 or more each game except for one. Except for 2.
This season, I said rookie Austin Reeves when he first came. Let me show you.
My top 5.
Austin Reeves. You said Austin Reeves is a good player. He's only averaging 0.8 more points than Derek White.
You said 0.8?
0.8.
Because the point I made, Carlos, to him when you left was that, or for example, Austin Reeves is a good player, but it's not necessarily going to reflect. For example, him as a rookie, it didn't necessarily reflect on his stats because he didn't have much time to do that. But with the ball, he's careful and his decision making. If you're watching the game, like, you know that this man, like Carlos said, he knows basketball, and just even in the way that he speaks, he always says it. Like, if I can play good basketball, I don't have to score like these crazy numbers. I can go home and like go to sleep.
Facts.
Like,
you know why he averages only 0.8 more? Because they're calculating the games that he didn't even play in it as well.
Derek White also shoots 3.1 and 3 points. He also rebounds 3.1, assists 3.2. Austin Reeves is at 3.1 rebounds and 2.2 assists, but he also shoots a higher. He only shoots 5% higher in his field goal percentage.
5% is a big deal, but we're gonna keep going. My top 5. My number 5 spot probably gonna be LeBron, simply because the Lakers aren't winning. Number 4 spot. Oh, that's tough. Probably.
Go ahead and say KD. We know we want you to.
I'm gonna say Donovan Mitchell. I'm saying Donovan Mitchell because like I said, he's turning around a trash Celtics team, the Cavaliers team.
They were already turned around. He just elevated it.
They were already turned around. But
they were.
Who was their leader?
Garland. Darius Garland.
Here he go, bro. Here he go.
Say anything about Garland, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Listen to me, bro. But listen to me. Darius Garland is a good player. Do not get me wrong. But Darius Garland for that team is similar to Kyrie doing for that team before LeBron got there. In this aspect, Donovan Mitchell is LeBron.
Keep going. So you got.
I'm sorry.
Where was Cleveland last season?
You got Bron and Donovan Mitchell.
Let's talk about where was Cleveland last season?
Almost beating the Nets in the play-in game.
In a play-in game.
The Nets were
right now. They are number 5 in the East.
Nets were also.
They're not playing in. They're in it already.
The Nets were also in that play-in game, and they're doing amazing.
I'm talking about where the Cleveland Cavaliers. Don't worry about where the Nets are. I'm talking about where the Cleveland Cavaliers are now compared to where they were last season.
Right.
They were fighting for a spot in the playoffs. Now they're number 5. They're in it.
So were the Nets, who were one of the best teams in the East right now.
What does that have to do with anything? I'm talking about what Donovan Mitchell did for the Cleveland Cavaliers in his first season getting there.
he elevated them. Yes, he
Oh,
didn't turn
okay.
them around though.
Carlo, you watch the Cavaliers. So where was Kevin Love last season? Not doing shit, right?
Not at all.
Evan Mobley started going crazy. Jared Allen started doing his things. But Garland last season was a solid ass player. Everybody was like Garland.
I didn't say he wasn't
Boy
good.
has talent, and the reason why I'm saying what you said, being compared to Kyrie, that's the worst comparison ever.
Why?
That boy, like as far as like dishing the ball out and everything that he can do and create, that's not Kyrie.
Are you sitting here saying that Darius Garland is better in Cleveland?
I'm not saying that I'm saying their game is different. That's what I'm saying.
Their game is different, and
it's different.
And
they're not like Kyrie. His game, if you're looking at the Cavaliers right now, granted, Donovan Mitchell, like he can score and everything, but you always have players. The way I'm seeing Donovan Mitchell, he's not the LeBron to the Cavaliers. He's the Devin Booker. He's the Devin Booker to the Suns. He's somebody that can score and always give you what you need. But in terms of winning and getting other players involved, give Garland the ball and see what happens.
I'm not saying play styles. He's LeBron play. I'm saying Cleveland needed LeBron in order to become a powerhouse. Cleveland and in this aspect, needed Donovan Mitchell to become a powerhouse. I'm not saying Donovan Mitchell plays like LeBron. He's dishing the ball, doing this like LeBron. I'm not saying none of that. I'm not talking about play style. I'm talking about impact. I'm talking about how he's changed the winning culture in Cleveland. Follow me now? Because with Darius Garland before, they wasn't doing much. They had to go in for the play-in game. They were in the bottom of the conference.
So?
What do you mean so?
Last season, what was the argument last season about the East? What was the argument last season about the East, Carlo?
It was too tough.
Okay.
And they were in the play-in game with a winning record too, mind you.
Stop it.
All right, I'm doing my top 5. LeBron at 5. Donovan Mitchell at 4. 3. Give me, I guess, KD. 2, give me Luka. And number 1, give me Jokic. How do y'all feel about that? Y'all, is that cool with y'all? Is that okay?
It's a solid. Would you put KD at?
Oh, wait a second. Take KD, I'll put Giannis in.
He ain't even mean it.
Take KD, I'll put Giannis in. Giannis at 3, Luka at 2, Jokic at 1. Because that man is getting triple-doubles every night at this point. It's crazy. It's crazy. Matter of fact, why don't they be talking about Jokic's triple-doubles like they did Westbrook when he passed Oscar Robertson? Man, that's another topic for another episode. This has been the sports segment for the same convo, and we will see y'all for the next segment.
I hate this man, Kenny.